What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
I'm a liar on fire. No bird is flying higher.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Al Borland. Episode 332.
Give me that bird sound one more time, please.
Oh, that's a tough one to deliver on command. It sounded partially robotic. I didn't look up to see if you were saying it. I didn't know if you hit a button at the right time.
That was all me, baby.
Wow. Episode 332.
He's a liar. Because there's a lot of birds that fly higher than an owl. I'm saying it's just factually inaccurate, and we care about the substance of the show.
He flew pretty high, though. I mean, that was
okay.
That was not bad.
I don't like that he gets to come prepared. He wrote that.
I don't know if you know this, Jason, but you guys go in a pattern. You could be as prepared as you want.
Yeah, but that's not a scat.
Yeah, but
see, I come in with a blank slate.
His is more of a rap, but you could still you could spend a nice Saturday morning and plan out your next 8.
That's true, and I get that. I should, because I'm so bad at it. But I guess what I'm getting at here, fellas, is that I want to know what he can do off the cuff.
Oh God!
Hit it again, baby!
I can't. I'm not playing the whole intro.
Yes, you are.
I guess we are.
Oh, here we go.
The whole
whole thing, baby. Oh, you could just watch his face.
You have plenty of time to think. Don't be talking right now, man. You got to think.
Situations and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve. It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
I'm Jason. I'm facing the scat and my heart's racing. Oh, God!
Oh! To the bottom of the ocean with you, sir.
Oh, goodbye. Oh, you've been burned.
Now, see, the advice I just gave you, he already did that. He planned out his next 5. And he just went to the next one.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
Do you do rap battles?
Man.
On the side?
I do not.
Will Smith, the freestyler over here.
I like that Will Smith was the go-to.
Have you not followed the most recent, his little freestyle thing? Oh, okay.
Wait, Will Smith is out freestyling?
It ain't good, my brother. It ain't good. But that was. That was good.
He continues to get jiggy with it?
I am dead. You just murdered me, Owl. This is your show.
Amazing.
We're going to switch seats here.
The honest truth is Al is a man of honor as well, because this is episode 332. We've missed a couple weeks with family vacations and a holiday, and we're back with a fresh episode, and we're hitting the button, and I'm ready to scat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm thinking through.
I was happy it wasn't me. We were told it was Andy, and you pushed the button. We were starting.
I was ready to go, and Al could have let it go. But he knows that 81 episodes?
Sounds about right.
He has to step up, and he did it twice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Tip
impressive.
of the cap. Tip of the cap.
Impressive.
Also, if you can write my next one, that'd be great.
We are happy to have you with us. Fresh episode of the show. Would you rather, life advice, and a spectacular draft. I mean, just a creative masterpiece of a draft today that you're going to enjoy. At Spitballers Pod over on X, spitballerspod.com is the website. Every 83 episodes, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Don't want to get that wrong. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Mike. That would be nice of them, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would be the cat's pajamas.
That's what we say. Here we go, starting the show.
Would you rather?
Stu. Short for Stewart, I guess. Stu from the website.
First name Beef.
Would you rather... Yeah.
I got the alley. That was not a good joke.
No, that was
all right.
It's one of the only beef stew jokes I've ever heard.
Beef stew is a fabulous phrase, by the way. It's just beef
Phrase?
stew, like just the words.
It's a meal.
I thought you were going to say it's a fabulous thing to eat.
Oh, it is. But I'm just saying, the beef stew, to me, just sounds.
Are you saying that that's
gross.
a phrase? Are you saying that's just something people say? Is like, oh, dude, beef stew.
No, not like a throwing it out like slang. I'm just saying those two words when combined,
They're powerful.
Beef stew, just
Okay.
I,
No, it sounds like we should make a phrase out of it.
People don't really serve stew. Like, you don't get stew at restaurants. Like, stew is looked at like.
do they do a chicken stew
I
or
think
a lamb
so.
stew?
Not really.
No, nobody does a stew. You only do stew at
So it's
home.
redundant.
Is stew for like? It feels like it's like a poor person.
Yes,
dish.
that's what I was going to get to. Is it feels like it's something that would be given if you were in a line to get the food at prison.
Right.
They would take some like stew
And
cannot be.
they're getting good eats.
You're not supposed to like get stew in your bowl in a really like clean, careful way. It has
Right?
to be
Oh, it has to
plopped.
be slopped in
It has
there.
to be slopped in, not even plopped. Like, here's your stew. Like, it has to be served by some creature.
Yeah. Crotchety old person.
I'm just.
So, what does beef stew from the website wonder?
Oh, he wants to know, would you rather wake up every day with total amnesia for the first 3 hours of every day, or wake up every day only speaking and understanding a random language for the first 6 hours of every day? I mean, this
6
is
hours.
here's the thing about total amnesia.
That's like a whole day, man. That's
If
what I
it's
call it a day.
Speaking and understanding a random language, that's not different for you. Your life is normal.
Your mind is normal.
Your mind
you
is normal.
know where you are, who you are, what you're supposed to do today. You just can't communicate.
With
oh,
others.
wait. Yes, I can.
Well,
Google Translate.
Yeah. I could pull out the phone.
The amnesia, it's kind of like it's not happening to you. Because if it happens for the first 3 hours of every day, it's total amnesia. So once you come to, it's like an extended 3 hour, you know how people walk in their sleep?
Mm-hmm.
And they do that and they don't remember what happened, but you're actively.
But you will remember it later on in the day, and you will be.
No, you won't.
You'll remember that you couldn't remember.
Yeah. Once
Wait,
you.
what?
Yeah.
After
So
after the 3 hours, whenever
I
it comes
woke
back
up.
to you,
I couldn't remember anything this morning. That's what I would be saying right
Yeah.
now. Like when I woke up this morning, guys,
it's like I had amnesia for
I had
3
no
hours.
idea what was going
But
on. Now
did you remember what happened during that time? You're
I
saying-
now remember what happened during those 3 hours when I had no idea who I was.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You what?
This
Amnesia-
isn't for agreeing. This
Yeah.
is just I'm laying it out. I'm letting you know
telling
how
you
it
what
is.
it
You know,
is.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you how it is. Beef stew.
No, okay. Let me.
Okay,
Slop.
I'm
So
trying
you're
that on.
telling me if you get in a car accident and you hit your head, and you have total amnesia for 3 hours after you hit your head in the car accident, the second that hour 4 hits, you remembered everything that happened during
No.
during the 3 hours you couldn't remember anything?
Yes,
Yeah.
you remember that you couldn't remember.
Yes.
Most everything I'm seeing is in Andy's favor, that people that have amnesia do not remember the period of which they had the amnesia.
Yeah, what else is it but not remembering anything because you're out of it?
My assumption is that when you don't remember in that moment, you can't. Your memories are gone at that point. But not that you can't make new ones. Like
You're
people
not
who
making-
have amnesia.
You can only form them though when you are actually forming them.
It
like
says people do not tend to remember the actual time period during which they had amnesia because, by definition, they weren't forming retrievable memories at that time.
Okay.
beef stew.
Yeah, that's a beef stew. You beef stew me big time there.
Beef stew.
All right, I'm just a punching bag
It's
today.
not up for agreement. I'm just laying it out there.
Yeah.
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 Beef stew.
That doesn't. So then, after the 3 hours, you just
It's equivalent to being in a coma. To you, this is my point, is like I would choose that one because the only thing I have to worry about is do I endanger myself or die in those 3 hours every day? I know there's going to be a mysterious 3 waking hours that I will not remember, but I have to hope that that's fine.
Okay, but that's not. Let me get a little bit more philosophical here. Okay, philosophical. If let's say this question was the first 3 hours of the day you have amnesia and terrible things happen to you. Okay,
Yes.
like awful. There's literal monsters.
Okay.
They're chasing you.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare in real life.
Yeah.
And you experience that every single day for 3 hours, but then afterwards you're not going to remember, right? Do you actually think that would be fine, even though for 3 hours of a day you are tormented, tortured, you are living in hell?
Yes and no. Yes, it'll be fine if there's no physical harm done to you, because that's what nightmares are. I mean, you have nightmares. You don't remember them. You are tormented sometimes in your sleep, and you move on because you don't remember.
That's like, isn't there a pill?
I mean, I guess physiological.
There's a pill that you take when you go to surgery. Sometimes you go to surgery where they need you conscious for the surgery.
Yeah. That's true.
And that terrifies me.
Oh, big time.
Like,
Those
I know
stories of I was awake during surgery are some of the worst possible stories.
I know that afterwards I'm supposed to not remember, but in the moment that means I'm feeling it and knowing it and remember.
I mean, that's the philosophical part.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think that sounds awful. That sounds way worse to me than just I get all the time in my day, but I have a hard time communicating. I've got to use a phone. And
6 hours though. 6 hours every day. It's a good chunk.
Yeah, I mean, basically, let's say I wake up at 6 in the morning, so I don't get to just easily communicate till noon every day.
It's funny. It would change the way you would make all of your appointments.
Yeah.
You certainly wouldn't want to have like a court date or something that happens in the first 6 hours of waking up.
I am not a cat.
Yeah, you don't. So you would have
you would meow.
Right.
It would kind of be lonely. Because yes, you could technically get your Google Translate out, and that's a little roundabout, but that wouldn't be convenient.
No, it's not convenient at all. And to be fair, you don't even know which language you're speaking yet.
That's the trick. You get a different one every day.
So I'm just trying to understand for the amnesia. Okay?
Are we back to amnesia?
Yeah, because I wake up.
Have you forgotten already the truth?
Hey, just hold on. So you wake up, you don't know who you are. You're really confused.
Yeah.
And then you spend 3 hours like that, and then so the 3 hour timer goes, all my memories come back, but then I forget that I have forgotten.
Correct.
That is kind of that's at least how I interpreted it. It doesn't mean it has to be that way.
Okay.
I think that there's some nuance there. But I imagine during this period of total and utter confusion where you know nothing, you probably don't remember that later.
Which also then means I will never know, my conscious body will never know that this is going to happen every single day.
That is not true, because your friends and family around can know that.
And
so they can tell you in your...
You're not going to believe that.
You could tell them that they
of
tell
course.
you. Yeah, because the 3 hours are gone, Mike.
Yeah, they're going to say...
You can never look back at that 3 hours.
And day after day after day after day, they're going to say, hey, when you wake up, you have total amnesia. So you can prepare for that.
Which one are you choosing?
I'm still going to... I'm going to take the language. I'm going to take the foreign language. I think that, it's like, would you rather... This is basically, would you rather have a difficult morning for 6 hours or lose 3 hours of your day every day?
Slight addition to the question. If you know that you were going to face the amnesia situation every morning, and you would kind of be a danger to yourself, I would think. If you don't, if you can't really remember much, you don't know what house you're in, your name, all that stuff, total amnesia. Does it make sense to strap yourself into your bed?
No.
Because even though you're tortured for the 3 hours of waking time, you won't remember that.
Right. But then you will wake up and need to get out of your bed.
I got one. What if you strap yourself to an exercise bike?
Now that's
I'm just knocking out 3 hours of cardio every single day, and I'm going to forget.
The door's locked in the room, and there's just equipment everywhere.
And
you wake up.
Put a note that says you must ride for 3 hours.
Dude,
the
door is locked until you've lifted 10,000 pounds.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're just you go to sleep. Oh my, Mike.
Yeah,
you are brilliant.
Yes.
The key to working.
All right, I'm on that side.
I'm on that side.
The key to
Absolutely.
not remembering it.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. Beef stew.
Okay. Beef stew. It is like Memento a little bit. That did come to mind. The movie Memento.
Oh yeah, just you got to tattoo it on your chest.
He would like
do cardio.
Man,
it's a little more low stakes, than solving a murder of a loved one. Just get swole.
Do cardio. Don't forget, Frankie from Patreon. If you had to be a passenger on a plane that is going down,
okay.
Would you rather be over land or over the ocean? What do you think your higher odds of surviving is? This is a great question. This is cream of the crop would you rather type of question here, in my opinion. Because because we get to discuss
because
the implications.
People think about it.
Now,
The ocean is not soft. The ocean is concrete for a plane.
Yes, you're still landing into a solid thing.
Yeah, now. I guess the thought would be, how does the crash take place? Like, are you coming in at a landing velocity, whatever? That's where the ocean could do you some favors. They've landed planes on water before.
Yeah, so I think the argument
Shout out
here,
Sully. Yeah, Sully's your pilot.
I think the argument here is that if you're going down on land, the crash is more likely to kill you than potentially crash landing in the ocean.
Potential.
Right. And Al Borland points this out in our Slack. You have a built-in fire extinguisher. The water will put the fire out.
Right.
Can the water put out the gasoline fire?
I think better than not water, yeah.
Well, just saying, like if there's something that is flammable on water, it will still be burning for a bit.
Yeah, until it burns up.
Yeah, you're talking like some fuel in the water burning.
Yeah,
that would. I mean, that's not fun.
Obviously, the answer to this question, if you survive the crash in both situations,
yes,
is land.
Oh, is that why you were looking at me the way?
Yeah,
you
because I assumed
ocean is you're toast.
Yeah, you're dead. I assumed that the answer the question was basically you survive a crash landing. And if you survive the crash landing, I would a billion times rather be on land than be in the middle of the ocean.
There have been crashes on land where they can't find you as well. I mean, where you're in a desert or a jungle or things like that. That would be
jungle would be
like if I knew
brutal.
Does it make a difference if you knew you'd be rescued in like 5 hours? Would you also always choose land?
If I knew I would be rescued in 5 hours, I would still prefer to be on land.
Every boat has the inflatable situation. You got
life vests under the
life
seat.
vests and inflatable.
Right, but then you're in the freezing water.
And more importantly, the shark tank.
Is that the ocean? Is that what you call the ocean?
That's what I call the ocean. Is the shark tank. Mostly because that's the tank where that's
their version.
And they're gonna look at the
stew.
three of us and be like, I'm going after beef stew.
I don't think you're using that.
But
I don't know how to use it, Mike. I'm trying it out.
Best odds of survival though I still think is water.
Man.
Because of the whole fire part.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to land on either situation or you're trying to survive the impact, I just feel like water's more forgiving at the right angle. Am I wrong?
Like I know they have the boats. How many people are actually getting in those boats?
Oh, not a plane full. Nowhere near a plane full.
The strongest few.
Like if you're in the boat,
20
right?
max.
You know, you're getting some people in the boat. I get a little antsy. I'm like, we got to set this thing. We got to hit the water. We don't have time to wait for it. It's the old, when you're in the exit row, it's like, now give us your word that you will help everyone off the plane. I will help myself.
Yeah, you'll
my
show them how.
Off the plane first. Thank you for being my first in line ticket here.
I hope somebody pulls that clip of you out when they're walking through the cabin and asking you in the exit row if you're going to do your part.
They can pull the clip because you know what? Everyone's lying. They're all liars. They're all liars.
I will
I'm
lead
helping
by
a couple
example.
people.
The people in your row.
Yeah.
If there's a kid,
your family.
If there's a kid
can't be in the exit row. You got to be 16.
Yeah.
A lady?
Sure.
I will help everyone in my exit row.
Yes, you'll help the two people next to you.
That's what I mean.
And I don't even know if that's true. I don't know that you'll help the two people
I will
next
help.
to you. That door's open.
Can I help people from the outside?
Absolutely.
So if I kind of
not from the boat.
Right. Yeah. Let me help. Swim over here. I'll hold it for you.
I've already named our club. We've got
it depends on so many things. Is there a fire in there? If there's no fire, and I think I can get out quick, I'm gonna stay and help.
Also,
for a
you know
bit.
what? I'm taking my laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how important this thing is.
Okay.
I got gigabytes of information that
Your
cannot be
odds
lost.
of survival have to be highest on land.
Oh,
because people
long
can get
term.
Because people can get to you the quickest, and survival means you're going to be injured, you're going to be banged up. You need people to get there quick.
Yeah, I think land is the right answer, and if you have to unfortunately meet your demise in either situation, land is probably the better way.
Sure,
because of the Shark Tank thing.
Well, I would rather it
You ever
come.
seen a land shark?
I would rather it come quick than like
Saturday Night Live sketch.
drown 24 hours later after a day of torment.
That's not happened to me and my crew in the boat.
I guess there's a good chance if you
So
crash
no,
in the
we're
ocean
safe.
and survive, you're probably bleeding. So
Probably,
you will
yeah.
attract the sharks.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me just detour real quick
Okay.
From our real
from this really important, serious, direct questioning. Are sharks just everywhere?
Yeah.
not everywhere, no.
Like
They're not on land.
well,
No, they're not
are
everywhere.
they just like are there parts
And there's only
of the ocean that you'd be happier to crash in?
Oh, absolutely. And there's only certain sharks you actually have to be worried about.
Right, the tiger sharks and big great whites.
I don't know. Hey, biologists.
Those are the two big ones.
I mean, how many sharks do I really need to be scared of?
Like 2.
Those are the bad dogs. Yeah, the great white and the tiger.
Like 2 or 3, actually, yeah.
What about the hammerhead?
That one's
Nah, they're fairly docile.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, no, tiger sharks.
I don't know,
and
I feel
great
like
Should
white
I
are
be
the
afraid
two.
of swordfish?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Your boat
It's
should be
in-
afraid of
it's-
swordfish. That's
It's
for
in
sure.
the name. So
It's got a weapon.
it's a sword.
Wait, everyone else is getting eaten by sharks, and Jason's getting impaled by a swordfish that's jumping up through him.
I'm
Have
just
you ever
hoping he's
seen one
taking
like-
out Mike's little inflatable boat.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Who's
What,
afraid of
just pops
swordfish?
your
now?
boat?
Yeah.
And then I fall into the gang of people that I did not save. They would just push me under.
Yeah. Stand on him.
I was the king for a moment.
Does seem like hammerhead sharks are just wusses.
Okay.
I mean, like a hammerhead shark, if it's coming at you,
Their
just
eyes are on
I'll
the
just push it to the side.
well, and their mouth is a little tiny little
Yeah.
flap on the bottom. What are you going to? You can't bite me with that. You know what I mean?
Are they bottom feeders?
I
No?
saw-
Okay.
I think they eat fish. That
So
are
They eat
tall.
the leftover fish
All right.
that the real sharks took care of.
Primarily, the biggest fear is, of course, the great white.
Yes.
There are
But that one's harder to find.
3,000 to 5,000 great white sharks estimated in
the
the world.
In the ocean? Oh, you got a great chance of not running into one.
Why does that sound unrealistic?
That does sound unrealistic.
That sounds like you're lying.
That sounds like I should check a second source.
It seems like you might not want to
That's the-
say it so definitively.
I'm pretty
Beef stew.
sure. Yeah.
Bull sharks,
Deucer,
tiger sharks.
See how many great whites there are. What you can scrounge up. The
I'm seeing
estimated.
3,000 to 5,000.
There's two of them.
There's
Ted and Barry.
you gotta watch out for them. One's on the west coast, one's on the east coast. But wherever you land, they'll be there.
It's a turf war
Yeah.
between the sharks.
Is it really just 3,000 to 5,000?
I mean, I've never felt
I'm seeing
less
everybody-
afraid of sharks than right this moment.
they're really hard. Great whites are hard to find.
If
I know
they
that.
are, if there are really only, I'm gonna go on the high side. 5,000
Yeah.
great white sharks alive. The ocean's a pretty big place.
Yes.
Yeah,
you would be so unlucky to have that crash go
Now-
right by
now,
a family of great whites.
How many swordfish?
Oh, that's a great question,
How
Mike.
could you be afraid of swordfish?
Because
Have you seen their nose?
Yes, it's a sword.
I
It's
mean-
like like when they're out, people are doing like deep sea fishing and they catch a marlin, and then that thing comes flying out with its giant
Oh my gosh!
schnoz.
Look, while the exact number of swordfish in the world is unknown, it is likely in the millions.
That's way worse.
That's so much worse
There's
than
unregistered
5,000.
weapons swimming around the ocean right now. Millions of them.
So, do you need to have chainmail if you're in the ocean?
Yes. There is one issue though.
Okay, listen,
There's
listen.
one small issue swimming in chainmail.
You're gonna have to kick so many people out of the boat
Oh, man.
to account for the weight of your.
They're-
Hold on, guys. We can't get out of the plane yet. I gotta put my armor on.
In the history of the entire world, there are 4 documented cases of a swordfish hurting
Popping a
hurting a
boat?
person. Hurting a person.
There's got to be more than 4.
No.
Yes.
There's not. There's not.
They're not.
There's
gonna,
one single fatal case.
People are
of an
embarrassed about
injury
that. They're
due
not
to-
going to
Yeah.
go tell people, I got by a swordfish.
This is a great point. A great white bites me in the leg.
Oh, I'm telling everybody.
I'm just gonna tell strangers on the street.
yeah, I'll wear a shirt.
They're gonna know when you're limping over.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Well, I'm saying later. But if a swordfish got me, I will tell no one that
One
tale.
death in formal literature, according to National Geographic.
That's impossible.
So they can kill.
One death ever. One dude in the history of the world was killed by a swordfish. That's a legacy. That's a legacy I can respect.
They really only got one.
Dude, there
One.
are not that many dangers from animals in the ocean. I am learning a lot here. Like the most dangerous appears to be boxed jellyfish.
Yes, jellyfish are no joke.
But if you crash in the middle of the ocean, you're not near jellyfish, right?
I don't know.
Jellyfish are everywhere.
Are they? At
Yeah.
the top of the middle of
There
the
are
ocean?
200 of them in
Yeah.
the whole world.
And I got one's called like a man o' war.
It's called a man o' war?
You
Right,
didn't know
Josh?
that? Yeah, that's the most deadly one.
They'll jack you up.
Portuguese, man of war.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just puts its little tentacles all around you, and you're toast.
Well,
Have you
anyways,
ever watched Finding Nemo?
Oh, yeah. I've
When
watched
they
that.
go swimming through the jellyfish?
Those are man o' wars?
I don't know.
Oh,
They look real scary.
He's like, haven't you? What do you
Well,
mean you
I'm
don't know
just-
Man of War? Haven't you watched?
I'm saying
Finding
like,
Nemo.
just to be
those
afraid
are,
of jellyfish.
Those are Man of War. No, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Just be afraid of jellyfish
I
and
know
how many
jellyfish
there
are bad. I'm just saying. I feel like
are we
jellyfish.
afraid of jellyfish back there, Deucers?
Yes.
I'm not really
Yes.
afraid of them.
Have you never been stung by a jellyfish?
No.
I
Most
have
people
never
have
either,
not,
but I'm
Josh.
still afraid.
You asked that like is a bee. Like, in order to be stung by a jellyfish,
Hey,
you have
desert
to be
boy.
in the ocean. But
No
I
deal.
feel like there are either up
Well,
like
Lake Pleasant, not a lot of
by the-
jellyfish.
by the land, like where people step on jellyfish,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or they're like deep in the ocean.
People aren't
They're
really,
both.
They're not like, there's not a lot of beach jellyfish attacks.
No, but they wash up and people step
Yeah,
on them
yeah,
when
that-
they're already dead,
Yes, that does
and they
happen.
still get you.
I guess my point is I feel like jellyfish are deep animals, deep water animals,
No.
not shallow.
They go
No,
wherever,
no,
man.
No.
Really?
I don't think they
No,
have much
They come
control.
up, do they crest?
I don't think they
Do they
control
ever
where
like
they
jump
go.
out of the water?
Do they crest? They don't. They come up for air and take a breath with their tiny mouths.
That's what I'm saying. I doubt that.
I think you're right to have doubt.
I think
that a
I don't think they
jellyfish is
crest.
performing aerials.
But they, I know that they. I don't think they're just deep water animals. That's how people get stung.
All right, jellyfish are found in both deep and shallow ocean waters.
Okay.
Oof, we're in trubs.
We've got to move on. Let's take a break and we'll come back with some more questions.
That's a great question.
I hope it's about
Jellyfish.
the ocean.
Yeah. Kendall from Patreon. When taking your food to go at a fast food restaurant, what is the appropriate number of napkins to grab? Also, is it stealing if I'm a paying customer at Chipotle, but I leave with 20 sets
Oh, man.
of their awesome top-tier utensils?
Ask Owl. Owl has stocked his house with Chipotle
Is that true, Al?
plasticware.
I always take extra. They do have top tier
When you say
utensils.
extra, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Do you mean like two?
probably about like Kendall here, about 20 sets?
Yeah, I mean,
Chipotle
Those are
knows.
good.
Chipotle knows this, and they advertise these things where they they're like they'll show something about the water cup, and they're like, "We know you're stealing lemonade," or I think they even gave away a box to put on your car visor so that you could store their napkins. They're like, "We know you're taking them,
What's-
so you can organize them."
Some places are really stingy and strict about extras of anything
Mhm.
or adding anything or like
charging you for sauce
So,
packets.
I had the
Oh
most
my goodness.
humiliatingly dumb interaction in the mall this past weekend where I went to a Johnny Rockets, but it wasn't a sit-down Johnny Rockets. It was like a Temu Johnny Rockets. It's like in the mall food court where you got to walk up to the window, okay?
Okay.
And I go up there, and they're already giving me the business because my daughter wants 2 sauces instead of 1, and I got to pay extra for the extra teeny cup of kid sauce.
Dumb.
And I do it, right? And I get the order done, and it's like $30. I give them $30, and the order's like 27, and I say just keep the 3 as a tip, okay? And they put the tip right in front of me in their little jar.
Mm-hmm.
I then walk down to the end and receive my food. The burgers there don't come with cheese, and because
Did you order a cheeseburger?
I
or did
didn't.
you order a burger?
I ordered their number. I get it. It's my fault, but any place that the default is not cheese is annoying.
Agree.
Default should
agree.
be cheeseburger.
Agree.
So I get this double burger, and I just put
I know where this is
I just put the tip in.
Man, a double burger, no cheese?
No cheese. So this is what I'm saying. That's how it came.
That's criminal.
So I just put the $3 in the jar. I walk 5 feet to the right, and I go, oh, could you throw a slice of American cheese on that? I forgot to get the cheese. I'm sorry, sir. you got to pay for cheese.
Please. I
Did
need to
you
hear,
go digging?
Please tell me.
Did you
Please
go
tell me
digging?
you took that tip. You wouldn't. You're like, hold on one sec, and you went and grabbed the dollar out of the tip jar and threw it in their face.
I did not, but I did tell them I just tipped you $3. You can't give me a piece of cheese? No, sir.
You did say that?
Yes, I said
And
that.
they came back and said no?
And yeah, they said
That's when you go digging.
Yeah.
That's-
And then you go
yeah.
beef stew. Boom.
felt-
You throw that
it
down.
felt so. It felt
That's like
so
a reverse
bad.
beef stew.
It felt so bad to pay for the sauce, give them a tip, walked over, and then they just go, "No, you can't have this. You got to go back." And they made me wait in line to go pay for the cheese.
No.
Wow.
Which I did because I want cheese on my burger.
Wow. That is
So-
so you're going back soon.
That's a Johnny Rockets. I'm throwing it out there. Stay
Goodness.
away.
Wow.
That's too bad. I like
So
Johnny
some places are really strict, is what I'm saying. The
only-
margins must have been tight.
The only time that you should ever charge for a sauce is when that sauce is why you came. Okay, so like Raisin Cane's,
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
pay extra for the sauce. I want because that's
I mean, that's top tier sauce.
yeah. You're talking about I value this sauce with financially.
Yes.
Like it is worthy of money.
And it's still extra sauce. It's not
Right.
no sauce unless you pay. It's I want more of this.
Right.
So some are strict. In this case, what's
That's
appropriate?
nonsense.
Some people I think would say you take the amount of napkins and the amount of utensils as the amount of food orders. That would be like the most strict.
Well, let's start with
View.
napkins. Napkins to me are a stack. You get a stack of napkins.
But a stack could be big, stack could be small. And a stack could come out of a pile or it could come out of one of those dispensers where you have to pull one at a time.
No, not those. But the old school ones. That one, I let the napkin machine tell me how many napkins I'm going to get.
That's right. How many can you grab from the side?
Well, no, because I'm saying you put your hand in, and sometimes sometimes I want fewer napkins. I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to end up throwing a whole bunch of unused napkins in the garbage. But you can't get them out. So then, I guess I'm taking a grip of these napkins.
Yeah, because you got to
You
pinch
forced
just to hold.
Yes,
just
But
to grab
the
it.
single dispensers, at some point it gets ridiculous.
Yes.
If you want a bunch
You're
of
not
those.
grabbing 20 of those from the single.
So they work at limiting them.
Excuse me, sir. I'm doing something here.
I'm doing something.
I would say
20 to me feels like an appropriate number of napkins.
of napkins?
If it's not
is it
in the
one
single
person's meal or is it more than
No,
one
no.
person's meal?
No, it's more. I'm saying for like my family of 5.
20's fine for that. Because I think most napkins, 5 per person is fine.
Yeah, those napkins don't do much if you need
But
them.
the utensils, if you got a grip of 20
That's pretty
sets
wild.
of utensils, I'm going to be honest, you're stealing from
yeah,
them.
that
Yeah.
feels like theft.
Like, because there can't be a way that there's
Have you
that
seen
many
what
more
they
than
charge for guacamole?
Yeah, you want to know why?
they have to.
Yeah,
It's
because people stealing all
Because
their.
they got to cover some margins. That's why the chicken scoops are getting smaller and smaller.
If you grab 20, how many are left? I think that's what the question comes
Okay,
down to.
yeah,
It's-
that's a
it's
legit
percentage.
It's percentage. You can take enough to where it's not very perceivable that they're gone.
Yeah, if there's 20 napkins left in their napkin holder, I'm not taking 20
Yeah, you
napkins.
can't take. You can take. You got to.
That's when I'm definitely taking 20.
That's got to be like.
I'm
Oh,
emptying that
that's
thing
just
out.
so easy.
sorry, it's out over
Yeah.
here.
You're going to need to refill your napkins. Some guy took all your napkins.
My daughter did this with the complimentary tea at church on Sunday. We leave church and she always gets tea, like chooses from their tea selection.
Are we talking like a dispenser?
No,
or?
the little bags. Like
Okay.
she takes a tea bag
You
and
gotta
she has
brew
it
a
at church.
tea?
Yeah. Well, you just get the hot water and you just drop the tea
Yeah,
bag.
yeah. Or what's the
And then
word
she-
I'm looking for?
I think that was right.
Steep.
Fruit?
Steep.
Ah.
So we're heading out to the car and she goes, I got some extra tea. And I go, what do you mean you got extra tea? And she pulls out just 2 handfuls of all these other flavored teas that she wanted. I'm like, we can't be doing that. She's like, but they all look so good.
Well, you got to try them. You want to know what you get next time.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, this is the problem with humans. If somebody says this item is free, because that's what you say at a Chipotle, the napkins, the condiment stuff, all that stuff is technically a free item. And you see how people freak out about free.
Yeah, we love it.
It's like we want the maximum amount, and I'm not going to show my face here again if I have to.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But utensils, I'm going like 3
Yeah, 20
3 per person, and I'm
20
getting out of
cents
there.
is so excessive.
20's a lot. Joey says, what are your thoughts on brushing your teeth in the shower? Efficient or barbaric?
Both.
Yeah, I get it. It is efficient, but man, when you spit out that,
Yeah, why is it so?
It feels like you're spitting it into your feet. Like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
it's just gross.
But how many times have you been in the shower and you put water, like you gargle or you put water in your
I'll
mouth?
pee in the shower, no problem, no problem.
Well, but that is also efficient and barbaric.
But my point
But
is,
he's saying
no,
he doesn't
what
care,
I'm
but the-
actually saying is that when I pee in the shower, I don't even have a second thought. It's just like, I'm going to pee. But if I were to spit that out, I'd be like, this is disgusting. this minty toothpaste foam.
I'm so ashamed of myself right
Oh,
now.
don't let it hit my feet.
That is weird.
Like, I actually believe those two things are true stories where I would be grossed out spitting that.
Do you brush your teeth in the morning and at night every day?
Yeah.
Mike?
Once.
I only brush once.
Yeah.
But now,
I know
are you
most
morning or
people,
are you
if I
night?
tell people that I'm a night brusher.
Yeah, we've been through
Yeah,
this.
you're morning.
Yeah.
He's night.
And
I'm
occasion-
every morning and 60, 70% of the night.
Oh,
I just feel like the night is.
I
that
miss-
was we went from hey, do you brush your teeth in the morning? Yes. Well, how often? About half the time.
I feel like the night brush.
60% of the time I
The
do it
night
every
brush
time.
is so much more important than the morning brush.
No way.
No, the morning brush is way
No,
more
the
important.
night brush
That
is
is
more
so
important.
much more important.
You
I
don't want
remember
to let
talking-
your teeth, whatever's in your teeth at night, will turn into like problems with your gums overnight.
So do you believe you don't have morning breath?
No, I don't not believe it, but I get a cup of coffee instantly and then I eat some.
That'll fix my breath. The coffee.
It does.
You know what people love?
Coffee breath.
Coffee breath.
I'd rather have coffee breath than look. I'd rather
morning
that
breath, yeah.
than not brush at night and let whatever's between my teeth and in my gums and in my mouth just cook for the
But
night.
I won't be caught dead brushing my teeth in the morning.
I'm probably a 10 to 20% morning brusher.
Okay.
If I am shaving that day and I got shaving cream on, that's a great opportunity to do a morning brush because I got to wait
While
for the
you
shaving
have the
cream.
shaving cream on.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Interesting.
That seems like that would be
Shaving cream's
a
got
problem.
to sit there and percolate so that, you got to leave it on. That's the whole point of shaving cream.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I've had an electric razor my entire
I
life.
haven't.
Wait, you're looking at me weird, Josh. Have you not
You got to
done
let
that?
it saturate. Apparently,
If you let like a menthol shaving cream sit on your face, that's what takes away all
it's
of the
gonna
razor burn.
Dry your skin out.
Did you not know
I've
this?
never let shaving cream just sit and brew.
Do me a favor. Do an experiment for me. Put shaving cream on your neck when you shave your neck, and wait 10 minutes. Do something around
10
the house.
minutes? My goodness.
Wait 10 minutes and then go shave your neck. You won't feel a thing. That's the whole. That's the whole reason you leave it on there. All right, what do you? I'm looking over here at Deucer's Alley. Matt, shaving. Do you use shaving cream?
Sometimes.
Okay, I don't believe anything
I
you're
haven't.
saying.
I haven't used shaving cream since I was 16 years old.
Yeah, because you all use the electric razors that are just imperfect.
No, they were real good.
They are perfectly fine. It does say so.
This show's been all over the
I
place.
asked
Two
Chat-
scats.
I asked ChatGPT. She said it can be helpful 30 to 60 seconds. So I think you're wasting about 9 of your minutes.
You
9?
don't get to argue without
How long is
experimenting.
he brushing
I've
his
done
teeth?
both
No,
versions.
he said he leaves it on for 10 minutes, the shaving cream.
Sometimes. Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes.
What are you doing in 10
Walking
minutes?
around, man.
Just
Shirt off,
just
shaving cream
scaring
on the
people.
neck.
Just
looking like
boom.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not Santa Claus because I don't shave my beard, so it's just my neck. Whatever their version of Christmas joy
So,
that is.
You're just in your room hanging out with shaving
The
cream
shirt's
on your neck?
off.
Yeah.
The shaving cream's on,
Okay.
and I'm doing some chores.
What kind
I'm
of chores?
Just tidying up. I'm putting some clothes away.
You're not
I'm-
worried about getting shaving cream?
It's happened.
Yeah. Okay. That's okay.
It's not frequent. I have occasionally gone so long with it on my neck that
Yeah,
I
you have to
forget.
reapply?
No, that I forget, and then I rub against it. And I go, oh crap! Oh yeah, I gotta go shave. But Papa Josh, you'll try this because you use shaving cream.
I shave my head, man. Like, I
Do
use
you-
shaving cream for that, but I don't let it sit.
Do you ever experience razor burn on your head though?
No.
Oh, see, that makes sense. That hair. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause I
razor
don't
burn
let it
comes from
sit.
hair growing in.
Right.
Do you don't shave your neck?
I mean, yes.
Okay, do it on the neck. Try it out.
All right.
All right. We got to.
You guys could save so much time if you just get an electric.
Yeah. Try that. Those things suck.
They're so easy.
All right. Ad break coming up. Draft in a moment. By the way, I mean, like every barber that shaves your neck, they don't go grab an electric Norelco and come out there and plug it in and shave your neck because it's so great.
No, they don't. They put shaving cream on, and then 2 seconds later, they shave it off.
The Spitballers Draft.
The shaving cream at the barbershop is warm.
Hot. Yeah.
And I think that
you
proliferates.
don't have that at home? You use shaving cream and you don't have a warmer? That is mind-blowing. I upgrade your life.
It's like you're talking to yourself.
There's no way I would not.
I'm not you.
Yeah, but you know you want it. As soon as I said it, you're like, that's a good idea.
I did think about it a little bit. All right. I am still here. All right, we are drafting liquids you do not want to see coming at you when you turn the shower on.
I have a new 101.
Beef stew.
No, but that is it is to be obviously used toothpaste.
Oh man,
that's not a 101 for me. I do have a lot of things that when I was coming up with this brilliant draft idea, because I mean it's just outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
I may or may not have been in a shower, and I thought if
that's
the
where
water,
the best ideas come from.
If the water just suddenly changed to another liquid,
I gotcha.
What would be the worst thing to see coming out of that? And I think there are this is not one where I think there is a 101 overall. I think there are several good answers.
Yes,
but I think the most horrifying, worst possible answer for me is blood.
Yes, that's the 101.
I think if it just changes to blood, that's a real situation. It's just a huge volume of blood.
A lot of problems.
It's a lot of blood.
And a lot of questions.
So I'm going to go blood at 101.
I think we're going to have a lot of questions for every single one of these, Jason.
Yeah, but I know, where most of this stuff comes from. When it's blood.
Whose blood is it?
Your problem.
It's got to be somebody's blood.
Yeah.
You're like, is this human? Is this a whale? I don't know.
I don't know. Is someone hurt?
Would that make it better
right?
if someone's like, don't worry about it, it's just whale blood?
Yes.
If they said, don't worry about it, then yes.
If they said, it's just whale blood.
I'm a little less concerned.
Okay.
Yeah, I would much rather, if I was like, hey, would you like to bathe in whale blood or human blood? I would say whale blood, please.
Yeah. Anyway, blood's the pick. Mike, you're up.
Gasoline.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Yeah. It would, not only would it be gross, but it would potentially be deadly. It would burn your eyes. It would poison you. And worst part is you don't have water to wash it off because the shower's
Lather
gasoline.
Time professional hot lather machine.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
That means it works.
It also takes up a tremendous amount of counter space.
There's small ones.
What?
Keep looking.
All right.
Question with gasoline. Do you guys
I love the smell of gasoline.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, which I do too.
And rubbing alcohol.
At the
for
gas
that matter.
station, you're just like, that smells good. But have you ever gotten gas on you? Or been in a car where someone got gas on them?
No, I don't
think so.
It's awful.
Yeah,
really.
And
you like the smell of gasoline in general?
Yeah, when you're just at the smelling the fumes of the gas station, it smells good. But I had a trip years ago with a buddy. We went up to Lake Powell, and he got gasoline on his shorts, and so it was just the whole ride up there. It was just reeked of gas, and it was bad. Which is it's strange. Of maybe it's too much.
Yeah, I guess it's not like alcohol that just kind of you feel like if you spilled a little bit of rubbing alcohol, it would just evaporate. But gasoline doesn't do that?
It stunk forever.
All right, Jason, you got 2 picks here. Liquids you don't want to see coming out your shower head.
Speaking of stunk forever, I'm going to go with yellow urine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be on there. PP going down into the shower, fine. Coming out of the shower, not so good. Not so good.
I did have a slight alteration to that one written down, which was the water from the upstairs toilet. So the thought that whatever was in that, so I'm not going to draft that because I think urine is what would be in that water. But
you hope. All right.
Would you rather anonymous urine or urine of someone you know?
Anonymous for sure.
Mike just about lost it on that one.
Because these questions,
I don't know what's going on
If it's
today.
human blood, is that worse? You're like, it's all.
Which was your answer? Someone you know or
no? I want
anonymous.
I don't want to have to think about. I don't want to have to personify the piss. You know what I mean? This is just gonna be
okay.
Given out that's a problem.
All piss is the same level of dirty, right?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
yellow is way worse.
Yeah.
Because dehydrated person?
Well, no, because it's got more waste in it.
Okay.
Your,
So
your
that's
your
why you
body's
did
not-
yellow urine.
Yeah.
That would be gross.
Yeah.
That's the one I thought would
that's
be
the,
also
that's
a
the one
101.
that's going to be stinking. All right. Speaking of stinking and disgusting and mostly liquid, I'm going with spoiled milk.
Ooh.
That is about the worst smell of anything in the world. That is somewhere in my truck. I can't find it.
His truck, Jason's truck at the moment has a mysterious hidden
Still.
barrel of milk.
Yes, still. I mean, it's been weeks. It's been weeks. I have a
What have you
cleaner
attempted
coming
to
out.
fix this?
I mean, the car's clean. There's nothing stinky inside that car. So we've checked the air filter. We've
And it smells
looked
like
under
milk.
seats. It smells,
Or like sour milk.
yeah, just like
Sour
old
dairy.
garbage, sour dairy.
Huh.
Something's gone
Very
wrong.
vinegary.
Yeah.
And you've not gotten to the bottom of that?
I have not gotten to the bottom of that.
Have you asked, is someone playing a goof?
That'd be a-
If someone was playing a goof, it would be the men in this room.
It would be Papa Josh
So,
or Matt.
Well, what about your
Doozer's-
children?
They wouldn't. Doozer's Alley.
yeah, ask him right now.
Anybody responsible for the stink in my car?
Not me.
Matt.
Nope, not me.
Okay. So
If I had to guess,
spoiled milk is a
I
good
would say
pick.
Matt.
It's a good pick. Mike, you are back. You have gasoline. What's your second pick?
I was also trying to factor in some pain here, so I'm going with sriracha.
Oh, okay.
you think that'll hurt?
Sriracha in your face?
Well, I'm not. Look, if something is coming out that is wrong, I'm not going to just put my face in it.
I will imagine that the switch over from water to
Is
this substance
instantaneous.
is instant, and while you are also putting your head under the
Yeah.
water. At
That's
least for
how
a brief
I looked
moment.
at it.
All right, okay,
this,
all right.
This wasn't I turned the shower and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting in there.
Okay.
Like, that's not very fun.
I mean, there were a lot of choices. Sriracha's a funny one. I like it.
It's a fun word to say, and if you got blasted in the eyes,
Well, then
it's like mace.
then in the pain category, I will go with what my other number one pick was, acid.
Oh, that's
Well, what kind of acid?
What, the muriatic? What do you need to get
I don't know.
scientific here?
I think
Hydrochloric? Papa Josh, you pick my acid for me.
You don't want muriatic or hydrochloric.
Okay. I
How
get them
about
both.
citric?
I get acid, all right?
Ooh, delicious citric acid,
Um,
nice and sour.
my second one is
Sour candy coming out of my
inconvenience,
shower.
and it's maple syrup.
Oh, yeah, it's on my list.
Because,
It's on my list.
and I thought all the different syrups, chocolate syrup, honey, whatever, maple syrup. I mean, how long would it take you to get maple? First of all, your shower's not working, so you're not going in the shower.
Yeah, you're gonna need a plumber.
So, like, wait, what?
I'm saying
You need to invite a plumber over to help you get the maple syrup?
What seems to be the problem, sir?
my pipes are full of maple syrup.
You're never going to believe this.
Oh,
You got your work cut out.
Bring pancakes.
yeah. This show is a problem. This one's weird. But I'm going maple syrup, and
Okay.
final answer there for my third pick with blood and acid.
All right.
You have gasoline and sriracha.
See, it's fun to say.
It is fun to say.
It's fun
Way
to say.
it. Yeah.
It's whatever. It for similar reasons, but not nearly as delicious. I'm going to go with glue.
Oh yeah, that would suck.
It was
Right in the
on
hair?
It was on the list.
I mean,
man.
it
like
is-
on Elmer's.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That is
That's
Elmer's
great.
glue all over the shower.
There are
It's a great
a
pick.
lot of problems there.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
am I up?
so sticky. Jason has yellow urine and spoiled milk, and he's got another pick.
What other thing is Jason going to add a descriptor onto it?
Ooh,
Oh yeah, spoiled milk, yellow urine,
I'm going to go with
dirty water.
Yeah.
This is 2 words again.
Yeah, of course it is.
Liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
You gonna be freezing.
You're gonna be dead.
You gonna be dead.
Yeah, that one feels like
That one got the Terminator, man.
Yeah, that one's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Well, it got the T1000.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's still.
Was he a Terminator?
that
yeah,
make-
he's a
that could-
Terminator. They're all Terminators.
They're all Terminators.
That
right?
wouldn't actually
Okay.
make it out of the faucet, right?
I don't know how that works.
Me neither.
But
Acid probably wouldn't either.
I
So
don't
we're
think
just going to
any of
move on.
these-
We're just going to move on.
Maple syrup wouldn't. Yeah, none
Yeah.
of these would actually come out.
Yeah. All right.
And then the last one, I feel like I've got two that I'm between, and they're both poor
Well, you
man's
only get-
version of picks that you already have, Andy.
Oh, it sounds like bad picks.
I thought they were good until yours just beat mine. I'm going to go with Coke, just Coca-Cola.
That would be stupendous.
Because you just drink it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be
Although-
pretty good.
No.
It'd be warm Coke, though. You'd have to take a cold shower.
Well,
Yeah.
so if it was
Yeah, I
Dr.
could-
Pepper, it'd be
I can
fine.
control the.
Oh, yeah.
Hot
Yeah.
Dr.
Hot
Pepper's
Dr. Pepper's the thing.
pretty good.
Is it?
I don't know. People tell me to say that.
I've had it. It's very good.
How do you?
What-
okay.
But
If
here's
you
the
gotta
thing.
boil it,
or do
it's
you
okay.
microwave it?
Here's the thing. Most people boil it.
They bring it in a freaking crock pot.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
No, it's real, and it's super good. But what's crazy is room temperature Dr. Pepper, absolutely
Right.
disgusting. Like you can't drink room temperature soda. It's awful,
Oh, I mean, it's like like milk,
right? I
You're
guess
gonna
the
want
same-
cold milk. People drink
people
hot
drink
milk.
warm milk. Gross.
A room temperature milk sounds disgusting.
A room
Yeah.
temperature milk means you shouldn't be drinking that.
Milk was a bad choice.
All right, so you went with Coca-Cola as your final pick with yellow urine, spoiled milk, and liquid nitrogen. Mike has gasoline, sriracha glue, and one more pick.
I'm going to go. It's going to end up okay. It's going to end up delicious. But when it first starts, when the chocolate pudding starts coming out of the shower head,
pudding.
You're
it's gonna be scary.
you're going to be a little bit concerned.
So you're going to have to go from surprise to
Yeah,
enjoyment.
You're going to go, ah! Oh. Okay.
Upgrade!
This could have been worse.
I mean, and that, I mean, stovetop pudding, it's warm, right? I mean, I've had warm pudding. It's good.
yeah.
So
I'm
that'll be
thinking
fine.
of cold pudding. I didn't
You've
factor
had
in
warm
temperature.
pudding?
Yeah, because if you make it on a stovetop and you want to eat it before you put it in the fridge, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah, would you do that with Jello?
I mean, I haven't
The
made.
No, I
refrigerator.
don't.
I'm skipping steps.
I haven't made pudding on the stove since
Oh my
the
gosh.
80s.
Oh my! It's,
Like,
I've never made pudding on a
it
stove.
is the
you
equivalent.
just buy pudding now. They make it.
That's true, but it is the equivalent to the way if you make Rice Krispie treats versus you buy them in the bags. It is a different product. Stovetop pudding tastes
I'll never know.
completely different.
because of the love.
No, because it's like literally different. Because of the lack of like preservatives and weird gums and things like that.
It's probably in the packet anyway.
Mister, I spend half my time in the kitchen anyway cooking stuff. Can't be bothered to make one set of delicious pudding.
Maybe
That's correct.
maybe I'll check it out.
When's the
All right,
last time you had pudding?
it's been a while.
Yeah, because it's now
Over
on the
under
list.
10 years since
Over.
you've just eaten
My parents
pudding.
have made pudding that I've eaten in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been over 10 years for me.
I don't know if I've ever made it.
It's like
So,
I know that you've never made
I've
it.
never made it.
Yeah,
I know
okay,
that.
I feel like
you
I
knew the
only
answer.
have gotten pudding like if I go to a buffet.
Yeah.
Pudding and beef stew is a real good
Yeah.
combo.
Oh, man, I'm starving.
Blood acid maple syrup, and I'm going to wrap it up with. I've got a lot of different thoughts. I'll go cooking oil.
Mm.
I think that's just
Oh.
that'd be nasty.
I've got fryer grease, so very
Ooh,
similar.
Yeah, just no, thank you. So, just another classic draft here on the
Mhm.
Spitballers
But
podcast.
I'm proud of us. No one took diarrhea.
I
Chocolate pudding got us close.
Yeah.
You were the only one I was worried about taking something that really wasn't a liquid because you wanted to say poop.
Right. I mean,
Hold
diarrhea
on,
is
hold
a
on.
liquid. That is fully a
You
liquid.
sure have never had diarrhea. Because when it's going on, you could swear that I have a giant pitcher and I'm just pouring it into the toilet.
Oh, gross.
This is so disgusting.
So
honorable-
People know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do.
You don't need to say it though. Clam chowder was an honorable mention.
I got
Liquid tanning spray was an honorable mention.
Oh,
That'd be funny.
That has some permanent
got-
damage.
ranch dressing.
Yeah,
That's good.
that was
I
on
mean-
my list.
Melted
I got ranch and mustard.
Thousand Island.
Oh man.
Melted wax.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a big problem
Yeah.
unless you're trying to de-hair.
Those are the
Uh,
main ones that I had.
I've got sewer water. Just, it's reversing up. Old aquarium water. Bleach. Bleach was the other one.
Oh, there you
Bleach
I
would've
go.
felt
been a
like
great pick.
acid was better than bleach.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
it is.
Yeah. that
But
was my
bleach
list.
is also bad.
Yeah.
Paint thinner.
Ooh,
That'd be bad.
Nacho cheese.
Anything we're forgetting, Al
that's a
Borland?
good time.
I mean, you.
I think you covered it.
The next draft is liquids you do want to see coming out of your shower head.
Okay, I'm taking Coca-Cola.
Some pudding.
Yeah.
All right, today was wild, but it's over.
What did we learn today?
Oh man, I learned so much. I learned about this new phrase sweeping the nation.
You-
Beef stew.
You learned what amnesia really was.
I learned that my fear of swordfish might be
Slightly
a little overblown, even though I see now 3 cases.
Confirmed.
Yes.
All fatalities.
Fatal. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a lie.
I
That's
learned
someone
we're
trying to fearmonger.
a lot safer from animals in the ocean than I thought.
The great whites are not. There's not a lot of them. They're so great. So few. Save
Goodbye.
the great whites.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.